guys, today we're going to be reviewing the LEGO Harry Potter Hogwarts Clock Tower set with 922 pieces, 8 minifigures, and it retails for $90 in the United States. Here's the completed set. Now let's take a look at those minifigures. So the first minifigure is Harry Potter. He has the longer hairpiece, the newer, more grown-up expression that they will use from years 3 through years 7. He's in his Yule Ball outfit with a white bow tie, a white undershirt, and black robes. He also has the new mid-legs. On the back there is some more printing and also an alternate expression where he looks mad. Next is Hermione Granger wearing a pink dress, not blue. It was actually blue in the book. She does have an amazing hairpiece with a bun and little hairs coming out of the back, her more grown-up expression, and of course the pink dress. And this is actually kind of a weird put together, and it actually uses a 1x2 brick and a 1x2 plate to build that up. That does mean that there is no printing on the back. There is an alternate expression, however, where she looks angry. Next up is Ron Weasley, who also has a longer hairpiece. He's wearing a goofy smile as his first expression, and on the back he has a more disgusted or angry expression. He also has his great Aunt Tessie's robes and black mid-legs, as well as a reddish-brown wand. Moving on to the 3 true champions. First up is the champion of Hogwarts, Cedric Diggory, and he uses a brown recolor of the dog show judge's hair from series 16 of collectible minifigures. He also has a very old expression, not that old, but more like a teenager expression. In fact, this would actually be very useful on my brother. He also has a reddish-brown wand, the opposite of Ron, the same color wand as Ron, as well as a similar outfit to Harry. On the back, he has an alternate expression where he looks angry, and he also has the full-sized legs. Moving on to the champion of Beauxbatons is Fleur Delacour, and she uses Ellie Sattler's head and hair from Jurassic Park. I don't really think this looks too accurate to how she looks. I like the exclusive face print that they gave her in the Beauxbatons carriage set. She has a silver dress with metallic gold detail as well as no sleeves and the new sloped piece for her dress. On the back, there is printing on the back of her torso, but not on the sloped piece, as well as an alternate expression where she looks surprised and scared. Next up is Victor Crumb and the last champion in the Triwizard Tournament. He has a longer haircut than I would say that he had in the movie, and also a goofy smile that's similar to Ron's frontal face, but not the same. He also has a red wand and his Yule Ball outfit, which has like a tuft of fur that continues around the back, as well as the full-size legs. On the back there is printing, which I already showed you, as well as a more angry and stern expression on the back. Next up is Madame Maxime, who also has a red wand just like Victor Crumb, as well as the ladies' bowl cut, I would like to call it. She has an enlarged dress piece that is the old style, so it's only held on by 2 studs, not the actual official legs attachment. And it also has white polka dots on a purple dress. There is printing on the back, as well as a sad expression on the back of her face. And finally, for the last of the minifigures is Albus Dumbledore. He uses the existing hair-hat combo that was used for him in the CMF series, as well as that same beard. He does have a different face print. I can't really show you it. It's very hard to get the head off when he has the beard, but he does have a purple dress with white robes on top of it that continues down to the back, as well as an alternate sad expression without his glasses on the back of his face. And then for side builds, we have 2 of these tables. They are pretty generic and aren't anything too special, but they do use these tooth pieces, I would like to call them. They look like teeth. One of them has ice sculptures, the other has cups, but what I really like about these is that they have these unicorn horn pieces in a nice white color. And then the last side build, besides the minifigures and the tables, there are actually quite a lot of side builds, is the Christmas tree, which has a star planted up top. Again, it's nothing too special. And it also has a pole coming up, as well as outward-facing studs that hold these branches with snow on them. Moving on to the first portion of the clock tower is this little Yule ball scene, and on the inside there is a rotating dance floor, and it encourages you to put minifigures on, which I'll demonstrate now. And when there are minifigures on, this really does make a great illusion of dancing, and Madame Maxime's head is quite big, so it is actually getting in the way right here. Guess I didn't position it good enough. And you can also see Nearly Headless Nick dancing, and over here you also get Victor, Crumb, and Hermione in the set, which I'm very happy. There's also a clear pole and icicles, as well as a little fire over here. And the exterior uses a lot of these mason bricks and some of these curvy, I forget what they're called, hinge pieces in gray. I wish they recolored them. And there also is a window here, as well as a deck on top, which is covered in snow, and also a lot of these tan pieces, as well as Technic pins on the side. Moving on to the next section, there are also Technic pins over here, as well as a big gray roof on the top with a green ski pole, and also a little overhang over here, and as well as these darker tan bricks, orange bricks, more mason bricks, as well as a window. And then over here there are a couple of stickers representing brick detail, and it also uses 2 arches up here as a wall and 1 arch down here as a wall. There's also a little bit of greenery down here, as well as some rock detail. On the inside, there's a little bit of empty space over here, and down here is the prefect's bathroom. There's a nice sticker over here showing the mermaid painting, as well as a giant big bathtub. And I love how they made the illusion of water coming down using these clip pieces to lightsaber poles with faucets. And it's also smoothed over here, and there's also steps leading up because it's so big. The next floor is Dumbledore's office, and he has the Sword of Gryffindor hanging up here, as well as some portraits of wizards and some books. And he also has a pensieve or pensive over here, as well as a desk with a quill, a folded up scroll, and a desk lamp, as well as a sticker that goes across here. That's actually one whole thing, not 3 separate ones. There's also stickers in the back, one representing marble detail on the wall and fox, and the other one more marble detail, and this time the Sorting Hat. I really wish those were real pieces, because I know Lego does make really good versions of them as Legos. And up here, there's a little bit of empty space. I guess you could put some quills or something up there. I just left it empty for the review since I didn't really want to add anything. Then we get to the main clock tower portion, and this is so big, I'm going to have to pan it up quite a lot, and you can see that it's so big I can't even fit it in my camera. I couldn't even push this away anymore and get all of it. It's so big. So there's a little entrance over here with marbling for steps, as well as a large window over here and unicorn horns making a little entrance, as well as a ginormous clock piece. Like this is, it's huge. As well as a smaller clock over here. I did have them lined up to show the correct time, and I guess you could put them as well as show the correct time. There are also a bunch of these arched windows over here, and very few mason bricks, surprisingly. They're mostly just tan pieces, and one single square over here. And this is actually coming out a little bit. It's not the same height and width as the other bits. And moving up even more are these little arched pieces that are on clips, as well as a little pattern up here. And again, there's also green ski poles at the top. And now it's time to move on to the inside. So the bottom floor is nothing too special. There's not really much going on. There is a brick-built goblet of fire, which only consists of 4 pieces, a base, a cup, a little holder, and a flame, but it is very nice still. And I actually thought that was a hinge piece originally, but it's actually just a jumper. There's also a little mat, as well as a chest, which doesn't really contain anything. I just put things in there. Moving up to the second floor, it gets a lot more interesting. This is the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, perfectly suited for Alistair Mad-Eye Moody or Barty Crouch Jr., whoever you see it as. There's also a little desk over here, and I thought this would originally be where he sat, but this is actually the board where he went, so I guess there wouldn't be any room. So this is, I guess, a student's desk, and it has a quill as well as a book over here, and an eyeglass reflecting Moody's magical eye, some potions, and a lot of these black window frames with the grill pattern. The book is the newer style piece, and when you open it up, there's not exclusive, but it's actually pretty rare. It only appears in the Harry Potter sets, of course, and it shows you how to do Wingardium Leviosa, and you can actually see the words up there actually say it, so that's actually pretty neat. Then there's also a chalkboard design that says Moody, Unforgivable. There's a picture of a spider, and it says 1, 2, and 3 over there, trying to represent him showing the unforgivable curses. And there's also a jumper stat on the top. There's also a table with a lamp and a cage where he got the poor little spider that would eventually get taken over, killed, and then tortured. What a terrible way to spend your last minutes of life. And finally, moving up to the third and final floor is the hospital wing. I originally thought that this could be a dormitory, but the official description of the set said this was a hospital wing. And also, I don't really get what dormitory it would be, because it couldn't be Slytherin because that's located in the dungeons. The hospital wing comes equipped ready for 2 patients, and you'll notice that there's a giant metal crank there. It's actually plastic, but I guess you could say it's metal. It's not. But there's also 2 beds, and they have a green padding, as well as some studs to attach your minifigure's legs. And there's also 2 little dressers with lamp posts and 2 partitions. And now coming back to that crank you saw in the hospital wing, that actually has a cool play feature. So when you turn the crank, the hands on the clock move around. And that's actually pretty cool, but I just wish that they moved independently, but that's no big deal. And you can see that the clock here now matches up with the clock there. So overall, this is a great set, and I have very little complaints. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head was that I wish the stickers in Dumbledore's office were the actual pieces. But other than that, this is actually a really good set, and for all you price to part ratio nerds, you're definitely getting a good value at $90. And you could also say that if the price to part ratio isn't enough, every single minifigure is also exclusive in one way or another, mostly based off of their outfits. So anyway, that wraps up my review for the 75948 Hogwarts Clock Tower. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!